This is Newcastle United, and for the first time in 2 decades, they've qualified for the Champions League. But will they be able to compete with the likes of Barcelona, Real Madrid and Bayern Munich? Well, it does sound daunting, but that's why I'm going to become the manager of Newcastle, and we're going to see how far can we take this fairy tale story. And so our project with Newcastle United begins. The Newcastle board have already done an incredible job building this team. No wonder these guys finished 4th in the Premier League last season. And to make things even crazier for us, they've got a Sandro Tonali from AC Milan. What a signing this is. I mean, if Newcastle dream to win the Champions League, these are the kind of players we need to have. Instantly, I noticed that this midfield, if we can get it working, is just world class. Tonali, Guimaraes and Joelinton, that's the midfield we need to build the team around. At the back, players like Sven Botman, super talented, and the experience of Kieran Trippier and Fabian Schär, Nick Pope in goal. This team is actually very, very good. But there is one problem. Alain Saint-Maximin, a player I thought who could be leading our attack. Well, my guy has secured the bags. No, we're not going to have Saint-Maximin at our club. He's made the move to a Saudi club. 35 million's the fee. Well, the good news is Newcastle are the world's richest club now, owned by Saudi Arabia. And because of that, we've got 111 million to spend, and that should be more than enough to bring in that replacement for Saint-Maximin and maybe even a defender or two. But before we begin our project and start to make signings, I received an email from the board. Hey S2G, let's just get straight to business. We've hired you to win us the Champions League, and we're giving you a time limit of 5 seasons to get it done. If you fail to win the Champions League in these 5 seasons, you will be sacked and we will replace you with Pep Guardiola.
Thank you, guys.
Okay guys, yeah, the pressure's on. We need to win the Champions League within 5 seasons with Newcastle, and that sounds super challenging. Even Man City took almost a decade to win it. I really don't want to get replaced by Pep, so let's get the job done. For the first season, there are 2 areas of this team I really want to improve. Firstly, of course, a Saint-Maximin replacement. We need that. And second is a left back. I'm not too confident with Target being our starting option. And so we begin our transfer business for the season with a bang, signing Marc Cucurella from Chelsea for 30 million. Honestly guys, Marc Cucurella's got the perfect stats to play in that left back role. Him and Kieran Trippier on either side, I think that's solid. But now we need to make the big signing. Replacing Saint-Maximin, a player like him, is not going to be easy, but we do have about 76 million to do exactly that. Okay guys, hear me out. Jadon Sancho, whose career has kind of hit a standstill at Manchester United, maybe we can revive it by signing him for Newcastle. Honestly, I know he's not playing like we all expected him to at Man United. That Dortmund form is long gone. But I really think if we sign him and get him to playing to his strengths at Newcastle, we're going to have an incredible player on our hands. I think I want to do this. He's young as well. Jadon Sancho could be one of the players leading this Newcastle team into the future. But negotiating with Manchester United is not going to be easy. They'll want to try and recoup their investment, but I want to try and get this deal for as cheap as possible. 45 million. That is my offer. Ooh, they're willing to do 49. Looks like these guys are trying to cut their losses. We'll do it then. We'll absolutely do it. For 49 million, we're saving Jadon Sancho from the clutches of Manchester United, bringing him to Newcastle. I think for the first season, we've done a good job. That left side now looks insane with Sancho and Cucurella. But are we going to be good enough to compete with the elite clubs in the Champions League? Well, we're getting through the season to find that out. No way. We literally got the most difficult possible group with Inter and Barcelona in it. Are you actually joking? Well, we managed to win our first game against Shakhtar, which is great, but now we're going to find out whether the team we've built, is it good enough to compete against the likes of Barcelona? Let's find out. We're playing at home, St. James's Park, and no, we just got destroyed by Barca. Somehow though, we just about sneaked through and finished second in our Champions League group, so the dream is on. If we can win the Champions League in the first season, who am I kidding? That's just a bit too much. But would you believe it? After 15 games in the Premier League, we're actually top of the league. And Sheffield United in 3rd? What is happening here? Alexander Isak has been firing the goals left, right, and center. 20 goals so far. Miguel Almiron's doing the job, and Jadon Sancho definitely reviving his career. With the attack firing and that solid midfielder we've got, we've genuinely fired Newcastle to the top of the Premier League. This is crazy. This Newcastle team is a lot better than I expected. But does that mean in the Champions League League we can do a madness? Well, not quite, because Napoli knock us out 4-2 on aggregate. The Champions League might just be a level or two above us right now. Meanwhile, though, we're making our way to the end of the season to see if we can somehow win the Premier League. The season ends with Newcastle finishing third in the Premier League. I do not know how we fell so far off. We were top of the league, but the season just crumbled towards the end. But in all honesty, I think we're building a squad. Like, look at that midfield. Bruno Guimaraes and Tonali are growing massively. Isaac has proven to being a real top-class player, and so is Sancho. If the investments keep coming in from the board, I reckon soon we'll have a team that can win it all. The new season with Newcastle has begun, but things haven't started well for us. It's an email from the board, and this is never a good thing. Last season was extremely disappointing. The Kingdom of Saudi Arabia expects more. Getting knocked out like that in the Champions League and bottling the Premier League, simply unacceptable. This season, if you fail to win a trophy, we will look to replace you with Pep Guardiola. Wow, guys, I genuinely can't believe it. I thought we had a decent season, to start things off. We made it to the knockouts of the Champions League, top 3 in the Premier League, but, well, seemingly, the ambition is a lot higher, which I guess is a good thing, but now our job is at risk. Well, the good thing is the financial backing continues. We've got 183 million this season. We need to build a team that can win trophies. Let's get to work. This season, I think we need 2 areas to focus on. One is right wing, because Miguel Almiron, he was decent last season, but surely we can do better. The next area has got to be the defense. We need a player that can do better than Fabian Schär, more experience, and more quality in general. And I believe that player to improve our defense is Fikayo Tomori. If we can get him from AC Milan, just like how Newcastle got Tonali, that could be huge for us. We have the money. Let's try and get a deal done here. 70 million is my offer, and looks like 72.8, and we've got a deal. And so Fikayo Tomori accepts and joins our project. He's moved to Newcastle. The signing of Tomori feels absolutely massive. Him, Botman at the back, Cucurella at left back, Kieran Trippier's experience, and we've got a defense that can, I think, win the big trophies. With the defense sorted, we now need to reinforce our attack, and I've got just the player to bring in. And that player is Ousmane Dembele. For 84 million, we're bringing him to Newcastle United. I know leaving the sunshine of Barcelona and coming to Newcastle ain't an easy decision, but did you know that Ousmane Dembele is actually a bit of a fan of Newcastle? He uses them in FM and everything, and so I think this is a signing that can really take our club to the next level. With the arrival of Ousmane Dembele and Fikayo Tomori at the back, we looked so much better. We even almost stopped our Champions League group. Just on goal difference, we finished second, which I think is good progress. But remember, we need to try and win a trophy this season, and that's not looking nice because we're out of the Carabao Cup. And in the Premier League this season, we're 5th, far away from winning it. You guys know if we don't end up winning a trophy this season, we're gonna get sacked, and the truth is, our squad is more than capable of winning a trophy. We just need a bit of luck. No way, guys. We've actually drawn Bayern Munich in the Champions League. We need to win a trophy, and there's just no luck whatsoever for us. And Tonali is suspended for the first leg. Brilliant. Oh, I've got a sneaky feeling this could get really ugly. Can we somehow get through Bayern in the first leg? We need to win a trophy. No way. We just knocked out Bayern Munich. Well, not yet. It's only the first leg. But this is why you should never be celebrating after the first leg, because we end up getting knocked out. Once again in the round of 16. The board aren't going to be happy with this. Meanwhile, in the Premier League, things get worse for us as we're 5th in the league. There's a good chance we don't qualify for Champions League. Guys, if that happens, I think we're going to get sacked. We still haven't won a trophy, and there's only one competition that's left where maybe we can win. And that is the FA Cup. And yes, we've made the final, but we're up against Man City. With how bad we've been in the Premier League and the Champions League, somehow we need to win this FA Cup final. No, we might concede. Oh, big save from Nick Pope. Let's go. My job is on the line. Pope, you've got to keep doing that all game long. Ousmane Dembele. Lovely ball in. Joe Linton, let's go. That might keep my job here at Newcastle. Come on. No. Erling Haaland, stop it. Nick Pope again. Let's go. Sancho looking inside, and we've made it 2-0. No way. Oh my days. The first half comes to an end, and after a ridiculous performance from Nick Pope, somehow we're leading 2-0 too. But in the second half, even Nick Pope couldn't stop City. With just 10 minutes left on the clock, it's all about survival right now. Sancho's trickery there, lovely stuff as he keeps the ball. Now just run down the wing. We don't need to attack anymore. Run down the wing, waste as much time as possible. Come on, Sancho. Wait, what was that? Oh man, the pressure's on, but that should be it for this one. Please, referee, blow the whistle. It's done. Yes, guys, we've won the FA Cup with Newcastle United. Lifting the FA Cup with Newcastle probably keeps us our job. But still, we've had an overall poor season and job security is still kind of low. You never know what the board want. We end up finishing 4th though in the Premier League, which is a relief considering how bad we've been this season overall. With the team we've got to be trying to do better, not just in FA Cup and next season. I think it's time we start pushing for the Premier League as well as the Champions League. We're now in our 3rd season with Newcastle, and because we won the FA Cup, our job is, well, safe for now. But remember, we've just got 3 seasons left to try and win the Champions League, and if we fail to do that, Pep Guardiola is coming for our job. Well, money is definitely not an issue here at Newcastle because 193 million to spend. We've got everything to build a team that can win the big trophies. It's time we deliver on the pitch. This season, the plan is to improve the team even further, and that starts with replacing Kieran Trippier. He's 34. He's been a great player for us for these last couple of seasons. Lifted that FA Cup, but now we need to get someone better. And for 35 million, we bring in the perfect replacement for that right back role. It's Geertruida. Hopefully I'm saying his name right, but he's a right back with a lot of strength, pace, perfect for our team. Ooh, that's really made our defense a lot stronger. Geertruida, Tomori, Botman, and Cucurella. That is one hell of a backline. We could get a replacement for Nick Pope, get someone better, but guys, you all saw what he did for us in the FA Cup final. I want to give him another season. The one position I think we'll need to improve now is the midfield. Joe Linden is kind of the weak spot between Tonali and Guimaraes. I think we need to get an absolute baller for that position. We have 150 million and I'm thinking, let's go crazy. If Saudi Arabia want to make Newcastle one of the world's best clubs, we need to bring in one of the world's best midfielders. It's time to do whatever it takes to bring Musiala to Newcastle United. I'm still unsure if this will even be possible. I think we're gonna have to get creative with the deal. Maybe by putting Joe Linton in, it might be possible, but still, it looks pretty darn difficult. 90 million plus Joe Linton is my offer for Musiala. They don't even want him. Oh my god, to sign Musiala, it's gonna be incredibly difficult. I've managed to negotiate it down to 167 million, but right now we don't have this kind of money. I think we're gonna have to do something else, maybe sell a few players. I really want Musiala because I feel he's the player that can help us win the big trophies. We have an offer from PSG for Joe Linton. If we can sell him for like 40 million, surely that's going to give us enough cash to sign Musiala. I think I'm trying to do it, and there you go. PSG are willing to pay us the money. Thank you, Joe Linton, but it's time to say goodbye. We're sacrificing him for the greater good. It all comes down to this now. We're negotiating for Jamal Musiala. Now we've got 187 million. Surely we can pull this off. I'm going to start with 130 as my first offer. Ooh, they've countered with 172. We've got the money, but this is crazy. What kind of a transfer fee that is. Jamal Musiala looks like we've settled at 160. And it's done. With that, we've signed one of the most talented footballers on the planet, a Golden Boy winner in Jamal Musiala. This is huge. With Jamal Musiala in that midfield, oh my god, this team looks absolutely incredible. Surely, with these signings that we've made, with this team that we've built, we can not only win the Premier League, but also finally win the Champions League. No way, we've made our biggest signings yet in Musiala and everything, and we get knocked out in the group stages? Are you actually joking? This is a disaster. Unbelievable. Guys, we're also only 4th in the Premier League, already 7 points off Liverpool. If we fail to win the Premier League this season, I really think it's done. It's curtains, we're getting sacked, and it's over. I really don't get it. This team is so freaking good in almost every area, and still, we're not winning the big trophies. We've got to hope we can make a comeback in the Premier League. We make our way to the end of the season, and once again, it's failure. Not only did we get embarrassed in the Champions League, but it's only 3rd in the Premier League again. This is bad. What do we need to do to elevate ourselves to the next level? What's even worse is that we got knocked out in the round of 16 of the Europa League. So far, in any European competition, we haven't even managed to reach the quarterfinals, and we're already 3 seasons in now. It really feels like the clock is ticking. I'm worried if we're even gonna keep our job for season 4. By the way, over 70% of you guys watching my videos haven't subscribed, so what are you waiting for? Subscribe now. Last season was absolutely woeful, and honestly, we're now in season 4, and I'm worried if we'll even get to keep our job. And here is the dreaded email from the Newcastle board. Once again, you failed to live up to our expectations. Instead of the timeline of 5 seasons that we've given you, this next season is going to be your last season. Win the Champions League and you create history. Otherwise, we're sacking you and bringing in Pep Guardiola. Well, at least we get to keep our job, guys, but this has to be the season we win the big trophies. The truth is, guys, we've got a midfield that's utterly ridiculous with Musiala, Tonali, Gimares. Doesn't quite get any better than this. The back as well, the defense looks amazing. Nick Pope is a legend and I want him to be in goal. The team is more than capable. Plus, we've got another 200 million to invest into this team. And I think with that money, if we can make a statement, that's what we need to do. There are rumors that there's a falling out between PSG and Kylian Mbappé. You know where I'm going with this. Apparently, Al Hilal wants to try and sign Mbappé. There's no way Saudi club Al Hilal is going to lure Mbappé away. Playing in the Premier League for Newcastle with the team that we've got, with the project that we've got, that might actually tempt him. And let's see if we can actually pull this off. We've got 196 million. Mbappe's worth 185. His contract was expiring, so that's the only reason why I feel this deal could be remotely possible. And look at this, for 160.6, we're about to sign Kylian Mbappé. Nah, are you actually joking? Are you actually joking? Are we really gonna just sign Kylian Mbappé on a 5-year deal? And looks like, yup, it's gonna happen. It's a monstrous contract, but it's done. He signed it. We've just signed Kylian Mbappé to Newcastle United. This is the transfer that's gonna keep my job here at this club, and also I think win us the Premier League and the Champions League. Well, that's what I hope. Although we've signed Mbappé, there is a problem. How do I fit him into this team? That's something I didn't really think of that much, because I'm not getting rid of Sancho and Isaac. They're brilliant. The only other option is by maybe having Mbappé play down the right. You bet he's gonna be really angry when he finds out we're gonna play him as a right winger. But hey, the team is bigger than the player. Surely with the signing of Kylian Mbappé, we've got the attack, we've got the midfield, the defense. It has to be the season we win all the trophies. Okay, this is not a good sign. With Mbappé and all, with Musiala and the team, we still only managed to finish second in our Champions League group. But hey, better than finishing third like last season. Surely this season, with the super team we've built, we can get through the round of 16. We've got Juventus. Come on, man, just look at the team we've got. We have to make it to the quarterfinals at least. First leg against Juventus, I'm nervous, man. We get knocked out, we're gonna pretty much get immediately sacked. It's a 2-all draw. This is not looking good. It all comes down to the second leg, man. Juventus versus Newcastle United. We cannot get knocked out at this stage, and we don't. That's why we signed Kylian Mbappé. Let's go, guys. The momentum is with us as we continue our journey, knocking out AC Milan. Not only in the Champions League, but in the Premier League, we have a genuine chance of winning the title. Not gonna lie, signing Kylian Mbappé has definitely turned things around for us. Look at the season him and Alexander Isak are having. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Everything could still fall apart. We've got Barcelona in the semis. 4 seasons of hard work. Surely we can get it done against Barcelona now. We deserve it. A 1-all draw. That second leg is gonna decide everything. Man, I've never been this nervous, but up against Barcelona, semi-final, second leg. All we need is a win somehow, and yes, we get it. Come on. And so we're gonna get a chance to win the Champions League with Newcastle. All we need to do is beat Real Madrid. Meanwhile, we also managed to win the Premier League with Newcastle. Oh my god, has it taken us a while to pull this off. Honestly, I've got to give the credit to the board who backed us with money at least, because if we didn't sign Mbappé this season, I don't think we would have succeeded like this. But now it's time for the ultimate game. Newcastle versus Real Madrid Champions League final. Honestly, it's been such a grind getting Newcastle here, but with the endless money that we had, ultimately it was bound to happen. But now on the pitch, we still need to get the job done. Sandro Tonali now being 90 rated is an absolute phenom. Oh my god, he's just gone completely through on goal. Sandro Tonali cutting it back for Kylian Mbappé. Of course, Mbappé. What a goal. And that was all created by Tonali. And look at him and Mbappé celebrate 1-0. No. They might score and Madrid get the equalizer. All it took was 3 minutes for us to get Madrid back in it. Once again, Kylian Mbappé, who's really looking to be in the mood, goes for goal, and Kylian Mbappé, bro, that's exactly why Real Madrid want to sign him, but they can't have him. Kylian Mbappé with a beauty, and we're back in the league. No, they might get back in this game. No, it literally is Lautaro Martinez versus Kylian Mbappé right now. Second half, and Kylian Mbappé is using his space. There's no catching him. He's gone through. Kylian Mbappé. No, I thought that was the moment. With just 25 minutes on the clock, it was looking like the team to score next was going to win. No. Nick Pope, what a save. That was outrageous. Oh, Kylian Mbappe's found space, and this time there's no catching him. Still Kylian Mbappé has to score, and he gets his hat-trick in the 90th minute. Surely that's it. A hat-trick from Mbappé to win Newcastle the Champions League. It's done, boys. In the craziest fashion, we've won the Champions League with Newcastle. You bet the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia is going to be happy with that. The board will have no complaints. We've just won them the ultimate prize. If you enjoyed this journey with Newcastle, I think you would really enjoy watching me fix Manchester United, so click here to watch that.